Don't do what I did. He said, Jerry, you get the words.
I will. One Sunday evening when I was about 10 years old, I was lying on the floor of my grandparents' living room with all my cousins watching television. And the Beatles came on the Ed Sullivan Show. Any of you know who the Beatles were?
No idea.
And you know, the weird thing was that it was hard to tell what they were doing because the audience was full of these teenage girls that were all screaming and crying and swooning. And I thought to myself, that looks like a really good job. But back in those days, if you grew up in the 50s or 60s or even 70s, and you asked your parents or Santa Claus for a guitar, what you'd probably get was a Stella. Anybody here ever have a Stella? You did?
I didn't have one, but we sold them.
Oh.
Well, Stella's, other than the fact that the finger action on them was kind of like a cheese slicer, they were great little guitars because they were solid wood, for one thing. And these days, to get a solid wood guitar, you're going to pay, $700 or $800 minimum. The other thing is that they were easily available. I think J.C. Penney sold them, and there was a version at Sears that had them. They were called Silvertones, right? In fact, my uncle had a Western Auto store in Tucumcari, New Mexico, and they carried them. And the other thing about them was that they were cheap. That's the best thing. When I was just a little boy, I wished upon a star that I could have a 6-string sunburst Stella guitar. When I'd go to bed at night, I dreamed the girls would all adore watching me while I was waltzing Stella across the floor. Stella, you opened up the door. I'd have given anything to waltz with Stella across the floor. So I pulled weeds and I shoveled snow till I saved up $20. My daddy drove me to the pawn shop in his Chevy pickup truck. And when I plunked that Andy Jackson down and held her on my knee, I knew right then picking that thing would be my destiny. Stella, you opened up the door. I prayed to God I'd spend my whole life waltzing Stella across the floor. When I got a little older, kids were hanging at the mall. Well, I was in my bedroom learning Darktown Strutter's ball. I would take a piece of rag, stuff it up underneath the strings, instead of doing my homework so no one could hear her sing. Stella, you opened up the door. I wished I was in some low dive, waltzing Stella across the floor. Every time I took her in my arms, my spirit was renewed. With her painted pearwood fretboard and her cocky attitude. Now when I pounded those black diamonds, I felt tapped into the well of Robert Johnson's lead belly and Black Lagoon Motel. Stella, you opened up the door. My mind was like a juke joint. waltzing Stella across the floor. Well, I moved beyond that Stella sometime back along the way. I sold her in a yard sale on a July Saturday. Now she's up in some old attic in a busted chipboard case, and I miss that piping treble and that chunky bass. What the hell did I leave you for? Just give me one more night, waltzing Stella across the floor. Stella, you opened up the door. God bless the day I took a waltzing Stella across the floor. Okay, guys, in a couple of days, I turn 70. And I'll be entering into my final decade of middle age. And when I got into my 60s, I had this. I finally figured out why old guys started wearing suspenders instead of belts. And this is a little song about that. I lost my ass. Where has it gone? I miss that cushy pillow that I used to sit down on. It didn't say goodbye. It didn't leave a note. It's like it disappeared one morning, and that's all she wrote. I lost my ass. I want it back. Every time I bend over, I expose a crack. My deaf elder doesn't help much, 'cause in a little while it's like it droops between my hip bones like a melancholy smile. I've joined the old man's army of absentee rear-enders. Now I have to hold my trousers up with firearm suspenders. Lost my ass. It's plain to see there's just a floppy little flapjack where my biscuit used to be. I must say it hurts my feelings. It really brings me down that it appears my Heidi's fought the last freight out of town. Wait a minute. It seems I've spoken haze. It just migrated around my body to the front above my waist. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Still, I wish you could maintain your position in the rear. I lost my ass. Thanks, you guys. This was fun.